Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to LibreFLUX. LibreFLUX is a unique model which has been distilled from Flux Schnell. This video is more about understanding conceptually why it is so unique and important to have a model like LibreFLUX, because that really tells you the story of innovation and the way people are using these models and creating new stuff out of it. So not only I will be showing you this LibreFLUX in action, locally we will be generating an image, but more importantly, I will be describing what exactly is happening behind the scenes in as simple language as possible. I'm not assuming you are a machine learning engineer or AI guru. We will just talk in layman language and try to keep it as simple as possible, because that is so important to understand what is happening behind these models and especially this LibreFlux. So let's get right into it. This model LibreFlux is a de-distillation of Flux Schnell model. If you have used the Flux model, you know that it comes in few variants like Flux 1 dev and Schnell. Schnell is a German word for fast, by the way. And the Schnell is not so Schnell comes with Apache 2 license, which means that you can use it as uh, per your liking, as per your use case. But there are few, I won't say issues, but you really can't fine tune that Schnell and even the other Flux model as per own use case because of few of the obstacles which I'm going to describe in this video. So this LibreFlux is a de-distillation of Flux Schnell model, giving it a quality on par with Flux 1 dev. And in some cases, even if it has surpassed it, while maintaining the Apache license. Right now, this model is undertrained, so don't expect whatever images you are going to create with this LibreFlux of any good quality. Even if you use it in the comfy UI, you're not going to get good results because of something called as attention masking, which I will describe shortly, because comfy UI doesn't support it. So this LibreFlux in simple words is an Apache 2 version of Flux functional that provides a full T5 context length, and it uses attention masking, has classifier free guidance restored, and has most of the Flux aesthetic fine tuning also removed. Yes, that's a keyword here. So first, what is a distilled model? A distilled model is a smaller, faster version of a larger, more complex model. It's created by training the smaller model on the output of the larger model, often with additional techniques like adversarial networks. This process aims to preserve the performance of the original model while reducing its size and other requirements. Then we have another concept of attention mask. An attention mask is a technique used in transformer based models like LibreFlux. It prevents the model from using padding tokens, which means repeated token used to fill sequence length to store information. By masking these tokens, the model focuses on the actual input text, which improves the performance and prevents degradation when using longer prompt. Also, when we say that LibreFlux has restored classifier guidance, classifier guidance refers to a technique that is used in text to image model where two samples are generated, one conditional based on the input prompt and one unconditional, which is the negative prompt, which we don't want in our images. Distilled models often eliminate this process for speed, just like we see in the Flux 1 dev or Schnell model. But in this LibreFlux, they have restored it back. So restoring classifier guidance means re-enabling this process, and it means that model can generate more diverse, or in other words, it is very primed for fine tuning. So it means that now when you use LibreFlux, you can specify your negative prompting to control the image. So LibreFlux is an open source de-distilled version of the Flux text to image model. It removes most aesthetic fine tuning and uses attention masking that enables the use of full T5 context length. LibreFLUX aims to provide a more flexible and adaptable model for various applications. In very simple words, what LibreFLUX is doing is it is enabling you to fine tune a flux level quality model on your own image data set. So the purpose of this model is not to generate images from text. If you just want to do that, don't use it. Use either Flux 1 Dev, Schnell, or whatever is out there. There are heaps of them. But if you're looking to fine tune a flux like model on your own image data set so that you will get same quality of Flux 1 Dev, then use this model. Take a data set of your images and then tune this model. Then you will get really good results. By the way, this LibreFLUX model was trained on approximately 500,000 high resolution images with diverse captions using open datasets from the web. And I think as per Hugging Face card, it says that it was trained around 1500 hours of H100 GPU. So training took a lot of time for this. But this LibreFLUX is very freely usable, adaptable, and go crazy with it. Also read through its Hugging Face card. The person who has created it, Jimmy Carter, he has really done a wonderful job in describing all the concepts behind it. Now let me show you how you can install it locally, and then I will also show you in ComfyUI. Before I do that, let me give a huge shout out to Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on good prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs, so do check them out. Okay, so that's said and done. Now, in order to download it, go to this Hugging Face page of LibreFLUX, go to Files. Once you're in the files, go into this file, transformer underscore legacy dot save tensor, right click on this download button, and then you need to save it in the models and unit folder. This is where we normally put our flux models, right? So in the unit folder in ComfyUI, just put it in there. If you don't know what ComfyUI is, please go to my channel, just search with ComfyUI and watch this video which says easiest tutorial on ComfyUI, and this will enable you to install ComfyUI from scratch, and you will be up and running in no time after watching this video. So once you download this unit model, just go to ComfyUI and use the normal Flux workflow. Again, if you don't know what workflow is, how it works, watch this second video, you should be good enough. So I have just loaded this very normal and default Flux workflow, and you can find it on CVTI, Hugging Face, lot of places. If you can't, let me know in the comments, I will give you even the workflow. So all I'm doing here is, so this is a positive prompt, this is a negative prompt. Positive means what we want in our image, negative means what we don't want in our image. We don't want it to be blurry, watermark, and all that stuff. In diffusion model, I'm selecting the model which we have just downloaded. These are the two clip ones which specify our text prompt into numerical representation, and as you know, we need two for Flux. We already have selected it, and this is a latent image which creates a empty image for us. This is a sampler. I'm just going with sampler Euler and scheduler normal, nothing fancy there. And this is a variational autoencoder which converts an image from latent space to pixel space. Again, I have done a complete very simple video on it, please search it out. So once you run it, it generates this image. Now if you have used the Flux model, you know the image looks way better. This is not a good image, but this is expected. This is an untrained model. It has removed all the statics, it has removed a lot of things from there so that it is ready for fine tuning. And that is why when you take this sort of raw model and train it on your images, it gives you more grounded responses on your own images. But this is an expensive process. You will need multi GPU cluster, of course. You will need a lot of time, but it also depends upon your image data set. Make sure whatever images you are using are in 1024 by 1024. That is the requirement of Flux models, and they get trained better. So, but and you can use a lot of options for fine tuning. I already have done videos on fine tuning the models on images. Please search the channel where you should be able to look out what are the tools there, what you can use, and there are heaps of them, by the way. So um, that's pretty much it in terms of fine tuning and how you can go about it. You can even use simple tuner from which I have already done on the channel. Now that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. So again, just crux of the video is, if you're looking to fine tune a flux like model so that it will give you flux like quality on your own dataset, image dataset, use this model. If you're just looking to do text to image generation, don't use it. That's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Before you go, let me introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentQL. AgentQL is a query language for extracting data from web pages quickly, easily, and at scale. You can use the Python SDK to run your queries in production using Playwright, and use the browser-based debugger for optimizing queries in real time on any web page. AgentQL is a robust alternative to fragile XPath and DOM CSS selectors, as it uses the power of AI to analyze the page structure to find the data you're looking for, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.